Hi everyone and welcome to my Deus Ex Human Revolution Ghost walkthrough. This is part 6, the Yong Medical Building. Now in this part we're going to be actually getting to the building, and then later on we'll be infiltrating the building itself. Now I edited a lot inside the building, some parts that are just boring and annoying. So you're only going to see parts that you need to stealth actively or hack something like this. Now at the end of this level we're going to have, and I'm going to talk about it like from now, because at the end of the level we're going to have a sort of ambush where the alarms are scripted to be in the red alert mode, and we will be attacked by 2 robots. By the way, I'm going to let this guy die. Sorry, but no time.
Enough with the...
It's a valve!
I can't help you right now. I got problems of my own.
Please, don't leave me!
Yeah, we are attacked by 2 robots, and the alarms are scripted to get on the alert. So there is no way I can ghost that part. There is just scripted that way. Now I have developed a strategy to get the robots down very easily. I'm still unupgraded. I have no augmentations of any kind, and I'm just dealing with the items that I get through the gameplay, even though I don't really stray out of the path. So I have just a few mines and some stuff that I've got from corpses. Not corpses, because I haven't killed anyone, but from knocked out people and stuff like that. So I'm going to destroy both of the robots, and that's going to turn the alarm off, but I'm not really going to get the ghost bonus at that part, because the scripting just doesn't let me. It's a scripted alarm phase. So it's kind of annoying, because it doesn't have to be that way. I guess if the game was a little better thought out to actually go through it entirely, that part could have been just with the alarm off and we could have just ghost through it, but I guess we can't. So I just want to clarify that it's not going to be actually my fault. And in the next episode, after this one, we're going to be fighting the second boss of this game. And that's going to be really interesting, because it's yet another scripted battle against a boss fight that is really aggressive. And since this isn't the Director's Cut edition, where we can actually have a fight with a non-lethal takedown against her, the boss is a she, we are actually going to have to kill her, and it's actually really hard in this difficulty with no augmentations, because everyone has their same strategy. They either use the Typhoon, which is an augmentation weapon, or they either use like some sort of exploit or bug, and I'm going to do neither, because I just don't like neither strategy. So we're gonna knock this guy down. We're gonna see whatever I can grab from the bodies. Either way, I have stuff in my inventory that doesn't either have any use. And I was thinking about stealth games when I was playing this game, and this is sort of a first person with some third person views, but it's majorly a first person action RPG, and I mean, this is a special game because this Human Revolution game is just incredible, but usually I don't play first person stealth game because they're all third person. And I remember especially with the Splinter Cell games, I really liked the first 3, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory was the second one, or was the third one? whatever. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, and Pandora Tomorrow. Those 3 games, I really liked them. After that, it kind of went more about action and not so much about stealth. And they made a really terrible games. Like there's one I don't remember even the subtitle. I remember that when it came out, it was full of bugs, but I don't remember the subtitle. It was a piece of fucking shit though. And then I remember Conviction, because I actually played that one and I hate it, because it had those auto takedowns that you can mark enemies and shoot them directly, and that kind of fucking stuff is just lame for me. It's just fucking lame, because in no way you are doing that. I mean, the game doesn't even prompt you to kinda aim. It just do things for you. And I hate when a game treats me like a fucking stupid asshole. Now, don't get me wrong, the hardest difficulty of Conviction is actually hard, and if you don't want to do those takedowns, you can choose not to, and that's great, because that's how I managed to get through it. That's how I managed to play it. I just didn't do those takedowns, and I treated the game like the old Splinter Cells, and I still had fun. But it was an inferior title. Now, luckily, afterwards, Ubisoft kinda got it right, let's just say, when they did Blacklist, the last one, and Blacklist is fucking awesome. I think Blacklist is incredible. It's one of the best Splinter Cells. I mean, not counting that whole fucking bullshit about being in the airplane and deciding to go into missions, and that I'm not really into some of that anymore. By the way, I just got a keycard in that room that you saw there, and with that keycard I can just go through this entire area without having to infiltrate. So I think that's really useful. So getting back to what I was talking about, because this is just me walking. Yeah, I really enjoyed Splinter Cell Blacklist, and I was kinda sad because Ubisoft has this fucking secondary program that you have to install. What was the fucking name? On PC, I mean. Oh my god, I just forgot the name. This fucking program that just gives you shit sometimes, like an achievement system of their own, and it's just fucking annoying, because sometimes, if I'm not mistaken, sometimes the game was prompt more to crash because of the fucking program went offline, and it was a fucking disaster. So I'm going to cut that scene, because we just have to talk to that guy and just make our way to the right. And now we are in the room full of lasers. This is a difficult part, so I'm going to show you a really easy path to go through it without sounding the alarm. Now, I might cover Blacklist at some point, because that will be, I think that will be fun. I will not cover all the Splinter Cells though, because I'm not in the mood for doing something like that anymore. And the camera right there sees me but doesn't raise an alarm, so it's good. But if you guys want to actually see a really good walkthroughs of all the Splinter Cells, I think, of the old ones, I mean, Seraphim17, he makes games in the hardest difficulty. He makes games, what the fuck am I even... He goes through games in the hardest difficulties, and he did all 3 older Splinter Cell games, the ones that I liked the most. I don't know if it's going to cover the other Splinter Cells. I'm not really sure, but he has some amazing walkthroughs of the old Splinter Cells. So if you want to check that out, Seraphim17 is a really good channel. So Yeah, I might cover a Blacklist at some point. Only the main missions, not all the extra stuff that you can do in the game, which is fun. It's good that it has replayability and stuff, but I'm not gonna cover it for the replayability stuff. I mean, so that was really easy. There we go. So we're gonna get to our room with the camera, I think. That fucking glass is somewhat dangerous because there are guys on there and they can see you through the glass, so you have to move really, really slow. But not really slow like at the slowest way, because then you're going to get noticed. So I've just started playing the Uncharted games. If you want to know what I'm currently doing, I've started, and when this video actually uploads, I might have finished playing them. But I'm playing them on Crushing actually, and what can I say? I mean, the games are great. I already played them, but I think the 60 frames per second do them. It makes them more playable. It makes the controls for the cover shooting, which are really, really fucking tight. I mean, Uncharted 2 especially, which is my favorite, and Uncharted 3. Not so much Uncharted 1 because it's a little old, but Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3 have mostly one of the best cover shooting action adventure exploration type of systems. They even have a stealth system in there that you can kinda use. I mean, it's just fucking amazing. I mean, what Uncharted gets done in a single game. It's a good story, good characters, excellent gameplay, excellent cover shooting, really good challenge. I mean, I'm having trouble going through it in Crushing. I don't even want to do what the fuck is brutal. But as soon as I start playing on brutal and recording, I might comment on some of the. Because as I said before, I mean, I just have no fucking idea still what brutal entails. What is the difference? The real difference? Are we going to die quicker, or are we just not gonna get checkpoints? And we're going to have to go through entire levels without checkpoints. I just don't know what's gonna happen.
Circulate, accusing CEO Ollie McTavish of embezzlement. McTavish denied the allegations, but could not explain how millions of dollars in revenue ended up in his personal account.
Here is Sao. She tricks us, and we are going to get ambushed now. I might just talk a little about this part because this is a difficult part. So what you want to do is just rush this bend right here and go down, and you're going to end up go through here, and you're going to end up close to the beginning of the level when you have to escape. Now, if you have sleeping grenades, you can actually throw sleeping grenades from here and just sleep everybody and just get out. But I just can't really do that because I just don't have that many items. That's not a limitation, but it sure restricts me to only trying to not get seen and not using anything. Because what I actually do most of the times in all of the items that I get is just save them for the bosses, because I know that when I get to the boss I might not have the required amount of items to manage in the fight. So I'm just going to escape here. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to escape without getting seen. I'm just waiting here. This is really, really important in this part, the timing of every single individual. This is not so much. This is a large room, but it's not really that big. So any enemy that is in here can see you and just ruin them. So see how I have to move really fast? There we go. And I'm actually going to... This is the last time that you're going to see the ghost bonus in this level, because after this we're going to face the 2 robots. And I have to destroy them, so... And I think that's even the case in the director's cut. I mean, they didn't even change that. They don't let you ghost that part. They do let you take the bosses down without having to kill them though, which is really cool. And which is the only cool thing that I will actually convince me to buy this game again, but not really that cool though. And in Mankind Divided we actually going to... Sorry about the noise. In Mankind Divided we actually going to be fighting... They already said that they're going to make the game possible to get through without being seen or having to kill anyone. And that's maybe some hippie bullshit for some people who just want to have fun and kill enemies, and that's fine because that's how I play the first time I get one of these games. But then when I want to make a really nice walkthrough and showcase some good stuff, and watch this bomb throw. There he goes, that's the first robot. An EMP grenade just taken down, and now I'm going to kill the second one that is over to my left. Now, when I do a walkthrough, I want to showcase something interesting, like not getting seen or doing the non-lethal route. So, I'm sure I'm going to cover Mankind Divided. I mean, that's why I'm covering this. One of the reasons, of course. The other reason is because it's fucking gorgeous. It's an incredible game. But, yeah, of course I'm going to cover Mankind Divided, even if it's a fucking piece of shit, because even if the story, because that's what I'm thinking that can only be ruined here, the story. Even if the story is a fucking piece of trash and they actually don't reach the level of Human Revolution, I'm probably almost certain that they kept the stealth and action gameplay in the very same manner that they have it here. So that's the second robot. We just killed him with a bunch of landmines, throwing landmines. And now we just have to press a button and let Farida enter with helicopter, and we just extract from here. And we're going to go to Montreal, we're going to go to Picos News building, and we're going to be infiltrating that building, and at the end we're going to be fighting Fedorova, which is the second boss. He's a she. Actually in the first chapter you can actually see her kinda vanish in front of me in the very first chapter. So you actually see the 3 bosses in the first chapter if you want to know. So this was Deus Ex Human Revolution, my ghost walkthrough, and I hope you like it. And we'll be fighting a boss, so next chapter will be getting a lot more exciting than this, guys. Thank you for watching, and take care.
We're not going to Detroit.
What?
We're going to Montreal. I'll explain en route.
Damn right you will.